Hello. Are you a Hobbit rabbit?
It's over. It's done. Mr. Frodo, the ring is gone.
Hi guys, and welcome to Healeyverse Creations, or welcome back. Today, I made a thing. Well, I once again made multiple things. I made an apron from scratch, sort of, from a bedsheet with no pattern, and I'm very proud of myself. Real quick to preface this, during one of Skilltree's live streams, we found out that there is a Hobbit LARP happening in the US, in Kentucky, called the Brandywine Festival. It's just everything I want in life, to be a Hobbit, basically. I want to live in a Hobbit hole with my husband and just garden and bake bread. Anyway, we really want to go to the LARP. We're not sure if we can make it, but there is talk of it having an event somewhere in UK or in Europe. So if we can't make it to the one in the US, hopefully we can make it to one in the UK or surrounding area. With that in mind, we've just been thinking and talking about hobbits, hobbit fashion, hobbit culture, and we've been working on building hobbit costumes. Now, I've got some clothes I want to modify, so more videos on that coming up. But one of the big things that I've really wanted to make, especially inspired by Rachel Maxey, who I've watched so many of her videos, and I love all of her clothes, and I want them. So I'm gonna start making them. Starting with an apron. Buckle up. It's gonna be an adventure. Now, not only did I make an apron, but we also are trying a little bit more of a fun filming style. So enjoy the chaos. So the first step was to get an old bedsheet from my mother-in-law, who graciously provided one. With this project, I was not only making myself an apron, but I was making 2 mini aprons for the little ones, because obviously. I am in my mother-in-law's kitchen today because I don't have a table physically big enough, but I'm going to try and take a sheet and turn it into 3 aprons. 1 adult size, 2 child size. Wish me luck. So the first step was roughly figuring out how big the fabric needed to be. I left myself a bit extra for seam allowance and then an additional amount because I wanted to do pleats. So I've marked, I think, what will be good for mine. I've roughly measured my waist to where I want it. I've left seam allowance on either side, and I'm utilizing this nice little seam that's already there because I might be a little bit lazy. I now get to cut it out and then go for the 2 small ones. So I haven't thought enough about the waistbands, but it's fine. It's gonna be fine. We're here for this. It's fine. So mine was the biggest at roughly 60 centimeters, almost square. I gave a bit extra again for seam allowance. The next size down was 50 by 54 for the seam allowance, and then 40 by 44, again, seam allowance. So I'm pretty sure I've cut them out where I need them to be. I have left existing seams on the bottom just to make my life a little bit easier. I will need to add seams on the side and then figure out waistbands. So, yep, and I'm pleating them slightly, or ruffling them. I'm not sure which, I haven't decided. But then I think I might just fold the waistband over and kind of sew that on. Probably, something like. Figure it out. I used that wide top seam for the bottom of my apron, and then the thinner side seams for the girls' aprons. This cut down on both pinning and sewing, so no regrets. The rabbit wanted to come say hi. She's been harassing me. Hello. Are you a Hobbit rabbit? Yeah, okay. Enough that. Once I cut out the material, I needed to pin and sew the sides. I left the raw edge on the top because I was going to attach a waistband. Now here's where I ran into a bit of trouble. The waistband length that I needed was the entire length of the sheet, and the only place that still had the entire length was the middle. So we went to the floor. This is my best angle.
Yeah, the very best.
Why did I decide to do a waistband for myself? Why didn't I just staple the apron to myself?
Can you even see me? Hi. Things you do for YouTube. You know? Can you imagine if this ends up being way too longer than it needs to be? And then you tie it, and you bow it. I know how to tie a bow.
All assassins come with bows. Okay.
And that's actually a good length. I mean, obviously it's gonna be higher and tighter because I won't be
That's what she said.
When there's 3 lines, which line do you cut on? I'm very good at this, it's fine.
The straightest one.
I should have ironed, but like, that's for people who have time.
Yeah.
I've also realized that once the marking was done, I probably could have cut this on a table.
Right.
So, here I come. Oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm not a failure. I just didn't feel like ironing. It's over. It's done. Mr. Frodo, the ring is gone.
Fortunately, the girls didn't need as long a waistband, so we could use a different piece of the material. And then there's still enough left that I might be able to do a full bodice apron in the future. Subscribe if you want to see that eventuality. Now, I say it a couple times. I didn't iron beforehand, and maybe I should have. But I didn't. So, watch my pain.
When did you get here? Don't mind me.
I've been here the whole time.
I've always been here. I'm just cutting in a really shaky line.
Yeah, but what are you doing?
I think everything in the world is telling me that I should have ironed this.
Yeah, but what are you doing?
I'm sweating profusely.
Wow.
I just spent half an hour crawling around on the floor to get these. And now... And...
That's it. Flap it hard enough, all the string might come out.
It worked a little bit, actually. Don't knock it if it works.
Okay, but in all seriousness.
Okay, so... So I'm making the waistband straps for the aprons now, and oh boy, I nearly didn't have enough fabric to do mine because I didn't plan ahead.
Aha.
But like, it's fine because per happenstance, the middle of the sheet was still intact and was just long enough. Like, I had to use the entire length of the sheet for it to work going around my waist and tying. But the children only needed like 3/4 of that, so it's fine.
What are you doing?
It's the same thing but in reverse. Can you imagine if the me in the mirror started doing different things than the me in real life?
Feel free to let us know you're there and actually leave a comment for this one, by the way.
Yeah, because I'm making stuff without a pattern. I would like to add, I'm winging this. Full wing.
Full chicken soup.
I'm so sorry, Mom. I should have ironed it. I understand that now, but I'm in too deep.
I thought you were apologising for the chicken impression.
No.
Hey, look, it's the same thing, but from this side.
Cutting intensifies. I done it.
With the waistbands, I wanted them to be smooth and crisp. So I pinned them, sewed along that pin line, and then turned them inside out, which was very time consuming and monotonous. Enjoy.
It's supposed to say me. It says you. Anyway, now I get to pin forever.
Literally forever.
I'll probably use them. So.
You'll probably stick a few of them in your arm.
I don't appreciate it. Despite its truth, I don't appreciate it. I'm losing the plot and the other piece of the fabric. But I stopped sweating. I don't know what I'm doing. Ow! Admittedly, that's the first time I've stabbed myself today.
Specifically today.
Which I've only worked on this project today, so that's the whole project so far. Do you think I could just leave it pinned and like not actually sew it forever? Oh, also, I don't have enough pins to pin the others first, so I'm gonna have to sew this.
What is this strange contraption?
Dude, I don't even know. Now we get to determine if I pinned it the right way. It's fine. If I get blood on it, will it stain? Stay tuned to find out. My gosh, there's so much of it. It's not fair. Why can't I be the size of a hobbit? Then just finish it up. See, I know some sewing. I'm not like a total noob. You just did. Now the annoying part, turning it right side out.
Ooh.
I don't know if this is the best method. In fact, I know it's not. I've heard there's like a safety pin method, but like this is longer than any of the little pieces of stuff that I've cut off, and we're just going for it.
Yeah, full send. What are you doing?
I'm pinning some more because that's what the rest of my life is going to be spent doing.
Oh.
I thought it was cutting, but no, it's pinning. Everything in the universe is telling me I should have just ironed it. I've strayed out of time, and every day has felt like a life.
What are you doing?
I finished the second one. I have to turn it back inside out again.
It's beautiful.
So there's like a hack where if you have like a thread or whatever, you put it in the open space when you're sewing.
Right.
And then like attach it to one end, and then you can just pull it through to turn it right side out.
Yeah.
And I could potentially do it with like a safety pin and feeding it through, but I feel like it's gonna take just as long for me to just, except it's a lot smaller than the last one. It's really fiddly. I don't know what to do. I'm just going for it. Da-da-da, look, now I'm here.
What are you doing?
I'm pinning. And I'm losing my mind.
But what's the thing you're pinning?
Okay, so I'm trying it. This is what I cut off of one of them. And so I'm gonna try and feed it through, maybe, so that when I sew it, I can just pin one end and then just pull.
Okay, so you're just pinning it to this side?
Yeah, yeah.
And then it will pull it through?
Hopefully. That's the prayer that I have. We'll see. I've also reached the point of madness where I have a dull pin, like it is blunt, and I keep putting it back in the jar instead of putting it somewhere else, so that sometimes I just pick up the dull one and it just won't go through the fabric. And you know, they say insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
Also, if you see a symbol that looks like this below the screen, feel free to hit it. It will bring good things to us.
Yes. I've sewn it with this fed through the opening, and I've pinned it on this end. So I'm gonna slightly tuck this in, and then it should just, it should just, and if you just
You'll do.
and when you oh, did it just break
That's
off?
the thing, you just took
So that was pointless. So I'm just gonna feed it through the old-fashioned way. Oh, it got some of it. It got like that much of it through before it just pinged out.
Case,
Almost. We're like 5% of the way.
how's editor you feeling?
Editor me hates present me. A lot. Editor me wishes she was still doing this. Oh, Danny.
Got in a big chair.
Yay! What was weird? I finished the front pieces. I finished the straps. And I'm gonna leave it there because I need to go edit another video. So I will finish this tomorrow.
Once I had the waistbands, I realized that no, I did need to iron them because there was no way I was attaching them as they were. That was a project for the next day, except we went to the circus, so it was the day after that. So on day 2, kind of 3, but day 2 of actually working on it, I started with ironing. I ironed the actual apron bit as well as the waistbands, and the waistbands came out so crisp, so nice. Once I had them all ironed, I had to pleat and pin them. And when I tell you, I didn't appreciate my mother enough for everything she did for me when we would sew together. Because she always did the fiddly pinning. Mom, thank you.
How are we doing? What day is it?
It's the next day, and I'm finishing the straps and hopefully gonna get them attached and basically be done today. Fingers crossed. Wish me luck.
Beautiful. What are you doing?
I'm sewing. The ends, I don't know if you can tell, but I ironed them finally. Even the peacocks are shocked.
Peacocks are surprised.
Okay, yes, I should have ironed it at the beginning. I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Don't tell my mom.
Oh, I'm telling.
Anyway.
Robin, I warned her. I did say this to her the other day and she was like, eh.
I was like, you'll be fine. I'll iron it at the end. I shouldn't have done that. It's fine though. Oh, don't do that. Okay. She's slightly jam.
You did that.
Okay, it's fine. It's all good.
I believe in you.
Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Isn't that beautiful? It's like almost straight even.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Hey, thanks. My husband gave it to me.
Sounds like you might have a crush on you.
I think he does actually. This one may not have been as straight.
That's oh, wow.
Shh. I miss my mom. She was really good at stuff like this.
I mean, she probably still is.
Well, no, but like she'd help me with stuff like this.
Yeah.
But then it should kind of. I mean, she taught me how to do this stuff. It's just, it's so fiddly.
It's been a while.
And it's been a while, and she's got such calm hands. Whereas I feel like I'm like. Don't want to massively decrease the width. But that should just give it that nice little pleat.
Koala.
And then I'll pleat in the reverse direction that way because symmetry is the best kind of tree.
It's like the best kind of boat being a friendship.
And even though this is the large child's one, I could totally wear this.
That's awesome. A bit sharp, maybe.
Oh, yeah, it's not together yet. Which I maybe should have tried pinning on this side so I could see the pleats and make sure they were like even. But like, it's not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
And that's a great price. And now I just have to sew that. And then, you know, do it 2 more times.
Yeah.
But it worked. That was my vision for it, and I was hoping it would work, and it worked.
Good.
So. And now to the sewing machine.
Ooh. What?
Feed this in.
Can I help you? No. Jar Jar's less annoying cousin.
Pin jar.
Pin jar. Subscribe, damn it.
We're fine.
Congratulations. It's an apron.
It's an apron. I made this. And it's totally...
What?
If you look at the back, you can see that this bit's barely sewed on. And I might have to redo a little bit of that.
Oh.
And this bit's really, really high up, so it might be a little crooked.
That'll be fun.
It will be fine.
We'll make it work.
And it's my first one.
Exactly.
With no pattern.
Am I right in thinking that when you pleat, you're supposed to pleat it, then iron it again? So that you iron those
you
lines
don't
in?
have to.
Okay.
So like, I could pleat these lines firmer, but I just wanted kind of soft pleats.
Yeah, fine.
And it's just got this nice little waistband. And plenty of tie. And I've made an apron. So,
Perfect.
you know, now just 2 more. Next child.
Woo!
Center point. Center point. You could hear a pin drop. I want the pins on the other side so I can have that clean line like I had. It'll be fine. So, I want a center point. Because I'm doing it in the reverse, the pleats need to go the opposite way. So. Stay. 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 I'll beat you up. I'll beat you. I'll give you the old. Right. I'm also gonna try and do it evenly this time. I'm learning. You know, this is like a how to sew class. For me, by me.
Yeah.
And then the dinky one is just little.
Just now,
It's just little. I'm feeling good about this. That takes skill to poke yourself with a needle inside a sewing machine. That's alright. Like, they each have their little flaws, but I just gotta say, it's just a little thing.
You discovered a thing, didn't you?
I don't know why I didn't do this on the others, because you can literally just pin downwards, sideways, however you want to do it, and then the pins aren't wrong way or right way, they're just holding it. Just, well, sort of.
It took me until the third apron to figure out the best process for pinning the pleats, but I think it came out pretty great.
That's an apron.
That is an apron.
I don't want to taste it.
Don't just do yourself another one of these days.
Oh my gosh. I love this. Mom, are you proud of me?
She should be. I am.
That looks so nice. I love the pleating. Oh, I'm so happy with how that came out.
So once I ran those through my sewing machine, they were done. I'm very proud of them. And there it is.
I want to right now because it's perfect.
Say that again.
What?
What? The last bit.
I could add a pocket, but I don't want to because it's perfect.
Yeah. She carried on gushing about it, so I figured.
I'm very happy. I'm a happy wife. Happy American noises. And one thing I was slightly worried about with the pleats is I didn't want to lose too much. I didn't want it to just be like apron. And I think I did just the right amount to where, you know, it goes to my hips, but it doesn't, you know, go past.
Perfect.
I know I can make aprons.
Yep. And cloaks.
I don't know that.
I do.
I had serious help with that.
Guys, we know that, don't we?
Can I make cloaks?
Leave a like if you believe it. Leave a comment if you want to see it.
Anyway, I'm gonna wear this for the rest of the day.
Okay.
No pattern. 3 aprons, different sizes, which technically I could totally wear the middle size one as well as just like a little apronette. I don't know if that's a thing, but I'm making it a thing. Apronette. This came out so well, and I'm so proud of it. I'm so happy with it. And I think it's a great first step towards my Hobbit costume / Hobbit wardrobe. Because as I said, I want to start living a more Hobbity life, and fashion is one of the ways I want to do that. So thanks, Rachel Maxey. And with that, I think we're done. I hope you enjoyed the new style of filming that we're trying out. I'm sure not every video is going to look like that, but we want to get a bit more fun because just sitting down and talking about what we made isn't as fun as showing you us making it. I had a lot of fun making these. I'm really, really happy with how they turned out. The waistband is exactly how I hoped it would be, and I don't want to take it off, but I also want to save it and keep it nice for Hobbiting costume stuff. I think I need to make another apron. But I want a pattern one this time, so I'm going to be on the lookout for some bed sheets in those thrift shops. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching and following along with the chaos and adventure of it all. If you liked the video, make sure you go down and hit like, subscribe if you want to know what we're up to next, and turn on notifications so YouTube tells you. If you want to see more about hobbits and hobbit culture, go check out the lore dimension because I put out a video about hobbit culture and building a hobbit LARP character. Also, if you want to help support our channel financially with our creative endeavors, we do have a Patreon. It is linked in the description, and we'd love any kind of support. It will help us get supplies to make more cool stuff. And with that, we'll see you in the next video. Who knows what that could be? It might be more Hobbit costume stuff, so stay tuned. It's all the time. This is it.
What was that? You said you're not a perfectionist.
I'm totally not a perfectionist.
No. Obviously.
Editor me, move this.
Thumbs of approval.
Me, a hobbit wife. Here to eat cheese and bread. Do hobbit wives do?
Yes.